A lot of people have been asking me out and about, why is fire danger so high this year? Why is it so windy this year? Why is it so dry this year? Well, I want to start by showing you the top 5 worst years for wildfires since 2005. This is for the state of Texas. Many of us remember 2011, when almost 4 million acres of Texas land was burned. Remember 2011, the Bastrop fire? A big fire that caused a lot of damage. That's the top year for the amount of acres burned, 2011. 2006, almost 2 million acres of land was burned. In 2008, 2017, and 2009, all years within the top 5 worst years for wildfires in Texas. These years have one big thing in common, and that one big thing is that they are all La Nina years. Now, La Nina is a complex weather pattern that results from cooler than average ocean temperatures, but La Nina does a couple of things to our weather here in San Antonio that make it more possible for wildfires to start. And the first thing it does is it shifts rainmakers north, making us dry. How does it do that? Okay, what I'm showing you here is a neutral year without La Nina. The jet stream, which is our rainmaker, our storm maker, dips in such a way that allows for us to have a decent amount of rainfall, normal rainfall. That's a neutral year. But watch what happens to the jet stream in a La Nina year. In a La Nina year, the jet stream shifts northward and prevents us from seeing as much rain as we normally do. The jet stream, of course, again, creating weather patterns and allowing for us to be dry when those weather patterns are too far to the north. So dry weather, obviously, is easier for there to be wildfires or easier to be created. So it shifts those rainmakers north. And La Nina also tends to strengthen winds. And the reason for that is during a La Nina year, the jet stream amplifies or becomes stronger. So those low pressure systems, which are too far to the north, tend to be stronger. And whenever you have a stronger low pressure system, you have stronger winds. So we're getting stronger winds that are bringing in drier air from the west. Strong winds, dry air means bad fire danger. And that's one of the reasons why you may have noticed it being windier, drier, more fire danger, not only this year, but the last couple of years as well. So why is fire danger higher this year? The first thing is La Nina. And the second thing may seem obvious, but it's drought. But the problem with drought is drought begets drought. Drought makes drought worse. I know, seems obvious, but I'm going to show you why here in just a second. As we take a look at the drought monitor across Texas, there are several areas that are dealing with extreme or exceptional drought. West Texas, yes, but then bullseye right over San Antonio, right over the Austin area, Hill Country. We're in the worst drought across Texas right now. Extreme and exceptional drought. And not only are we in bad drought right now, but we have been in a multi-year drought, 3 years in a row. The last time we were without drought in South Central Texas was in December of 2021. 3 years of continual drought. And drought makes drought worse. How does it do that? It's a feedback loop. So you've got dry soils during drought, right? All right, with dry soils, you have less evaporation. When you have less evaporation, you have less rain. And when you have less rain, you have dry soils. So it just makes itself worse. That's why we're in a multi-year drought right now. And it really takes something special to kick us out of this drought feedback loop. It takes, unfortunately, oftentimes flooding events to kick us out of this feedback loop. How much rain would we need to end the drought within the next 6 months? Well, in San Antonio, we would need 27 inches of rain in the next 6 months. That's more than 2 feet of rain in the next 6 months to end drought. For areas southwest of San Antonio, areas like Pleasanton, Cotulla, Laredo, Eagle Pass, 20 inches of rain. For areas in the Hill Country, almost 2 feet of rain, 21 inches of rainfall. And unfortunately, again, as I mentioned, it really would take some kind of flooding event, a tropical event, in order for us to see drought end. Now, what I'm going to show you here is, again, the amount of rainfall needed to end drought in San Antonio is 27 inches of rain over the next 6 months. What's normal over the next 6 months? For us to get 18 inches of rain. So we would need 9 more inches of rain than what is normal in order to see drought eliminated in San Antonio. That is a lot more rain than what is normal. And that's if we get to what is normal, which is 18 inches in the next 6 months. Very difficult for us to do, and this is why in San Antonio, Austin, and Del Rio, in order to get out of drought conditions, we often, unfortunately, need a flash flooding event or a tropical storm system to bring us that rain. And it's just a wait and see situation, unfortunately, for us. So drought creates fire danger being higher, and so does La Nina.